So, Congressman, do you plan to vote for Steve Scalise?
I'm not supporting Steve Scalise. I'll be voting for Jim Jordan.
And why is that?
Well, Jim Jordan presented a strong plan for us, a detailed plan on how to move forward. We didn't hear that plan from Steve Scalise. It was more vague answers. But there's another situation that's very personal to me. You know, I lost my father in 2021 to cancer. And unfortunately, Steve is going through a cancer battle of his own. And, you know, I like Steve Scalise a lot, and I like him so much. I would like to see him put his full efforts into defeating that. The Speaker of the House is a very serious job, and our country's in a crisis. We've got a wide open border. Now there's a war breaking out in Israel, and that could expand in the Middle East. Our country is still funding the proxy war against Russia and Ukraine, and Americans are suffering under unbelievable inflation and possibly an upcoming recession. We need a strong Speaker of the House that can put all of his energy into the job, which requires not only being the leader in the House of Representatives, but traveling all across the country. So it's very serious to me. Jim Jordan is a fighter. I've known him for a very long time. He endorsed me when I was first running for Congress, and I think Jim Jordan is the leader we need right now to be Speaker of the House.
So just on his health issues, he says he's under treatment and he can do the job. You just don't buy that?
That's not what I'm saying at all. I believe in Steve very much, and I believe he is definitely following the treatment plan that his doctor has laid out. But I think it's very serious. Again, I lost my father to cancer, so I'm not saying this lightheartedly. I'm saying this with as much compassion that I have for anyone, and he's someone I like. And Jim Jordan is someone that I believe in, that can lead this fight and lead our conference and be a great Speaker of the House.
Is there anything that Scalise can offer to get your votes, concessions, the way that Kevin McCarthy did back in January to get other votes? Could Steve Scalise offer you something to get your vote?
Well, obviously, I have my red lines. I always do. We need to stop funding this war in Ukraine. We're paying for their entire government. And that's not the right thing to do. I think
you wanted to take that off the table.
This is for any speaker. We need to stop funding this war in Ukraine. We need to defend our own southern border. And there is intel coming out right now that there could possibly be a terrorist attack in our own country. There's over 1.5 million gotaways that are in our country right now, and we don't know how many of them are terrorists that want to do us harm. So that's a very serious issue. Also, I'm strongly against the weaponized government. This government that is turning against conservatives, pro-life protesters, anyone that supports President Trump and President Trump himself needs to be stopped. Those are red lines for me. Also, anything funding COVID and more vaccines and more mandates. We have to stop all of that as well.
But it sounds like, Scalise sounds like he supports a lot of the things you're saying here. Does he not? Where does he deviate from you?
Of course, Jim Jordan also supports these things, and many of their answers were along the same line, but that's obviously because we're Republicans. So many of us are going to have the same issues. But again, for me, I'm proud to support Jim Jordan, and I'll be voting for him on the House floor.
So if we're reporting, is going to nominate Steve Scalise, that's not going to change your mind. If he goes to the floor and nominates Steve Scalise, you're still going to vote for Jim Jordan.
There's a number of us that are still voting for Jim Jordan.
How many would you say there are?
I don't know our numbers right now, but we'll see.
Would you change? Is there a point that you change, or just would you, if it goes ballot after ballot, are you Jordan after Jordan every ballot?
We'll see how it works out, but my full plans are to vote for Jim Jordan.
Do you have any meetings with Scalise coming up? Did he call you into his office to meet with them or anything like that?
None planned. I already met with him yesterday. I've met with both of them and talked to them. But again, I'll go back. We were doing a good job before. Kevin McCarthy was doing a great job as Speaker of the House. I had fully supported him, and I wasn't part of the group that derailed our conference and derailed what we were doing.
Okay. All right, I'll let you go. Thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it.